The word sin gets tossed around a lot in the arena of religion. But for us to truly understand the concept of sin, we first need to understand the purpose of religion. Since the religious doctrines hold a very important message for humanity, we really need to understand these messages very clearly. Hello, my dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to Paradise. I'm Ismail. Thousands of years ago, when the messengers came, at the time of their arrival, we had different dwellings, different languages, different culture, different custom. All these had influenced the messages of the messenger. And if we try to make sense of these messages given by their surroundings, then the messages doesn't make much sense. We are living in a very different time right now. The idea is like if we were to time travel and go to a time about 2000 years ago and try to explain to them about our modern technology, most of this is not going to make much sense to them. If we try to tell them what is an iPhone, what is a Facebook, what is an Instagram, or what is a flat screen TV, what is a hybrid car, these will not make much sense to them. They will understand what they are, but their perception and our perception will be very different. In this video, I have attached another video explaining the purpose of religion. Usually what I try to do, I write it down so that I don't miss any points, and I voice over this writing and attach some pictures to go with it for further clarity. At the end of this video, I will go over the concept of sin so that you will understand truly what is sin. We are human beings. This truth is only a very small fraction of our entire truth. Our entire truth is that beyond this human identity, we are an infinite, immortal spirit beings. Each spirit is a single unit of light consciousness of the Supreme God or the universe. In our divine existence, we, spirit beings, existed in complete purity or in a state of absolute. In this state of absolute, we knew that we were light, but we were lacking the experience of our light, and we yearned for such experience. A light does not know that it is a light until there presents darkness. To satisfy this yearning, the Supreme God had created a new consciousness that is the polar opposite of our light consciousness, and this new consciousness is called the dark consciousness. This dark consciousness in religious text is known as Satan. Since this new consciousness that is created is the opposite of our light consciousness is deemed as positive consciousness, and our dark consciousness is deemed as negative consciousness. In order for us to experience both of this consciousness, God had created the earth. And for us spirit beings to experience both of this consciousness on earth, our spirit was formatted into a soul. Soul was then further divided into two souls. The concept of Eve being made from Adam is a reference to this division of a soul. This soul then wears a earthly body made from the extraction of this earth and carries out the experiences of this contrasting consciousness of light and dark. When we come to earth in a form of a soul, we are no longer in a realm of absolute, but in a realm of relative. Meaning, we have both the knowledge of good and evil, both light and dark consciousness. However, a veil of forgetfulness is placed over our spiritual memory so that every experiences in our earthly journey would be a new experience and would seem as real as possible. For this reason, when we are on earth, we don't remember any of our spiritual identity. And because we cannot remember our identity as light, we are able to explore and experience the dark consciousness without any interference from our subconscious mind or soul. God also endowed each and every one of us with the honor of free will, so that we are free to choose and to do anything we wish during our earthly journey. And so we did. Each and every one of us chose to experience many dark experiences throughout many lifetimes. Our conscious mind or our physical mind has the precedence over our subconscious mind or soul as we carry out these experiences. And every time we chose a deed that arose from our dark consciousness that created an energy that is a dark nature. This creation of dark energy is known as negative karma. Since the make of our soul is light and energy, anything we create from our light consciousness creates a light energy, and anything we create from our dark consciousness creates a dark energy. Since we are spirits in a form of a soul and our identity or origin is light, anytime we experience anything out of our dark consciousness, that imbalances the universal energy, as we are part of the universe. And since we are infinite beings within this infinite existence, any negative or dark thought, deed, or action of ours that causes sufferings unto others, we endure the same sufferings in return. Sir Isaac Newton's third law states that for each and every action in nature, there is an equal and opposite reaction. And this is the law of the universal energy. When we wanted to experience these two contrasting energy of light and dark on earth, the plan was that after we are done experiencing dark, we will return to our light. In this process of us returning to our light, we are recreating ourselves as the light that we are. Although there was a veil over our spiritual memory, God had supplied us with a soul and a guardian angel that are constantly guiding us back to our light. Our subconscious mind or the soul provides us with everything we wish to experience in our earthly journey. After imbalancing the universal energy, when the soul endures sufferings, then the soul nudges the conscious mind to return to its light. Our sufferings, both mental and physical, is a major indicator that we are in misalignment with the universal energy, and our energy is in need of a balance. The guardian angel guards our body from negative entities during our sleep and meditative state. The guardian angel also provides us many clues and signs to help us come back to our light. Our soul, our guardian angel, or our spirit guides never interfere our honor of free will into the experience of dark energy. Many souls had dived too deep into the darkness that they cannot hear the quiet voice of the soul and fail to see all the clues and signs. Since these souls are too deep into the darkness, the projected negativities by these souls' negative deed collectively creating an enormous dark energy. Since our physical body is from Mother Earth, this dark energy is causing an immense burden on Earth, and the Earth needs to eliminate this dark energy from her being, and she is going to rid of this dark energy via a series of tremendous convulsions or earthquakes worldwide. These convulsions will detonate all nuclear bombs located worldwide, and this is how the Earth will conclude her journey. Please watch this video and this video for details on this matter. The cosmic messengers or prophets had come to us to tell us who we are beyond our human identity, where we belong beyond this earth, and what is the future that is unfolding for us because of the negativities that we were so consumed in. The prophets had established guidelines for us that can help raise our vibrational frequency of our physical body. And once this vibrational frequency is higher in our body, that is when we can establish our connection with our spirit. Because we are energy, remember, our energy is trying to connect with the energy of the spirit. The idea is very much like our modern technology of Wi-Fi. and Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity. When there are two compatible devices, then the Wi-Fi can be established, or that connection can be established. So once we surrender our human identity, in this human identity we had experienced lots of negative. That means that we had to let go of these negativities from us and tell God, or we surrender ourselves to our spirit, saying that okay, we are done with this journey, now we wish to return back to light. And when we do that, but when we are removing all these negativities and raise our vibrational frequency, that is when we can be connected with our spirit, and then it will awaken to our truth as the spiritual being that we are. In addition to these guidelines that raises our vibrational frequency, they had also told us which thought, deed, or action of ours keeps us trapped in these negativities. And they told us if we are willing to come back to our light, then we need to refrain ourselves from these activities, from this thought, from these deeds and actions. These thoughts, actions and deeds that we commit that keeps us trapped into our negativities are known as sin. Today, the list of sin that you find in religion, and it does not matter in which religion, this list is far different than the original list of the messengers, because many things were added as these messages got transferred and preached. Now we are far, far away from the truth of this message. It is very important to realize that the prophets never mandated these guidelines or these so-called the list of sin on us. And more importantly, they never told that they should mandate this onto others as a part of the religious protocol. To mandate these guidelines by force or by verbal or mental manipulation is a breach to our God-gifted free will, and that will make us fall from our spiritual ladder. So this list of sin is not what one must do or must not do. If someone is willing to come back to their light, they can follow this list by their choice, and it has to be a choice, a willingness from them. And we must never interfere with others' spiritual progress if we wish to climb up in the spiritual ladder. So simply, what is sin? Sin is any thought, deed, or action that creates negative energy or karma, and that imbalances the energy of the universe. Sin is any thought, deed, or action that makes us fall spiritually or deter the progress of our spiritual evolution. Sin is any thought, deed, or action of ours that divide humanity rather than uniting. Each one of us is individually responsible for our spiritual uprising. If one wishes to progress forward in their spiritual evolution and climb up the spiritual ladder, then that person must control him or herself rather than trying to control others. If you have found the information in my video to be valuable, please subscribe to my channel and share with others. Let us help one another and help us return to our light where we belong. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video.